All right, Pastor Paul Bokel here with a quick and dirty, as Jamie Hatton would say, Leader's coaching session for this week. That sermon today was awesome. I will link to the podcast as soon as it is available. If you were not there today, you're going to want to take a listen to this about confrontation, a very important subject, especially as gospel community leaders. We want to foster and help create, by God's grace, a culture of confrontation, being able to receive confrontation well, and being able to do confrontation well. So when we need to confront somebody, or when we are confronted by somebody about sin in our lives, we want to have a culture where that is done well, that is done biblically, that is done right, and people receive it well and give it well. So I will link to that podcast as soon as it becomes available, and be sure to take a listen to that if you weren't there today. I wish we were all doing groups this week, because I think it'd be great to discuss a lot of these topics that are coming up as a result of this sermon. However, our prayer gathering is this week, 6 p.m. on Wednesday, June the 5th, so that's our corporate prayer gathering. So again, I'm not sure what all of you have decided to do concerning hosting group this week and hosting and going to the prayer gathering as well, but whatever you all decided to do there, we trust you on that. For those of you who will be going through the discussion questions, we've updated the study guide here just a little bit. It looks very similar, but there are a few changes I'd like to bring your attention to. I've begun writing the questions this week, and that's a trend that will continue. And just want to point out a couple things. There will be some additions in the coming weeks that will also be added to these study guides as well, just to prepare us to engage our gospel communities well in conversation. Okay, so the Bible passages obviously are listed first now, so you'll see that there. And then under discussion questions, two important things here. We have a short question set and a robust question set. This short question set is just to allow for getting to the heart of what we think is probably the most important part of the discussion. If you're short on time and you just want to kind of do that. So you'll see a short question set from here on out, followed up by a robust question set. I want to bring your attention to one question in the robust question set. It's going to be here, question number 5. And again, I've highlighted some of these biblical Bible passages before the questions actually are read, so that you guys can read those together and then follow up with the questions. However, question 5 under the robust question set is going to be this. For parents, how does discipline play itself out in your home? And then this doozy, do you spank your kids? Now, for some of you and some members of your gospel community, that's going to be an affirmative or a quick and definitive yes, we do, and we believe in that, and that's not a problem at all. But for others, this might be a little bit controversial. So tread lightly with grace and love here. Again, we believe that the Bible is very clear that discipline, even physical discipline, when required, is necessary, and not just necessary, but hugely beneficial and a godly thing to do with our children. However, the culture is very against the spanking of children, the physical discipline of children, and so there could be a lot of different opinions here brought on by different worldviews that people have that have been shaped by the way that they've been brought up or the experiences that they've had. So tread lightly here, but don't water down the truth. Be ready to have this discussion. Well, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry about that. Don't tread so lightly that you glaze over the truth here. So get into the heart of this if you do go through this robust question set here, and then it follows up. Honestly assess how much of your view of discipline is driven by culture and how much of it is driven by the Word of God. So that's an important way to follow that up. And then also down here under books to read, we have a few recommendations on parenting this week that'll speak into discipline and things like that. So be aware of that and be willing to ask those hard questions and have those difficult discussions. So those are our questions for this week, so just be prepared with those. Read these passages over yourself if you get a chance before you launch into these discussion questions with your gospel community members. Excited to have you all with us for the prayer gathering, or if you are doing your group this week, or maybe both. We'll be praying. I'll be praying with you, praying for you. The leadership at Redemption will be praying for you as well, that God will move amongst His people in mighty ways. Thank you all so much.